18 years ago, in Shenzhen and Silicon Valley, two engineers with dreams opened the door to new energy vehicles. 10 years later, the vast Pacific Ocean is not able to stop the business conflict between these two companies with very similar corporate cultures, product positioning, and brand strategies. As the Model S became famous, the head of BYD and Tesla started the first war of words. BYD founder Wang Chuanfu threatened, "BYD is able to build Tesla at any minute." But Musk seems to be extremely contemptuous of the CEO, who is praised by Buffett as a hybrid of Edison and Welch, and publicly said with a mocking expression, "I don't think BYD is our competitor, their products are terrible." However, the facts tell us that these two leaders who led human society from fuel vehicles to the era of electric vehicles know very little about each other. In fact, BYD has never been able to build a Tesla, but looking at the world, it has indeed become Tesla's strongest competitor. Rather than being an opponent, it is better to say that they are two giant beasts in Godzilla vs. Kong, hurting while sympathizing with each other at the same time. Hi everyone, welcome to Auto Age. Before we start today's video, please subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell. As for today's video, we are going to talk about the love and hatred between BYD and Tesla. One is the earliest and most radical new energy vehicle company in China, leading the world in terms of supply chain and large-scale mass production. The other is the electric car company with the strongest sense of technology in the world. It has no rivals in the research and development of high-end in-vehicle chips, computing platforms, software and data, as well as autonomous driving. Then, do you know what is the biggest difference between them? 1995 is when BYD was established in Shenzhen, and they were established as a battery company. Not many people know this, but this is the company that provided the batteries for mobile phones for decades, from the 1995 onwards. It was the #1 battery supplier for Nokia, for all the Nokia phones. And so they really got their expertise through batteries. This is a battery company. But of course we're talking about Tesla and BYD, so today it's also an electrical vehicle company. Now they did a lot of products. But its interesting moment is really when Warren Buffett decided to invest 10% of the shares in BYD. He gave about $232 million at that time, that's in 2008. And Wang Chuanfu, the founder of BYD, the reason that he could convince Warren Buffett to give him that money and to invest in his company was really because he had a dream. And when you talk about the dreams of BYD, actually literally means build your dreams, and Wang Chuanfu really had a great dream of becoming the #1 battery company in the world, to totally virtually integrate it, and that is a dream that he achieved today. Because BYD was the #1 and still is battery supplier in the world. And if you want to build electrical vehicles, battery is not just an option, it's a must-have. And they were the #1 in quality. But what we forget when we think about BYD is that it's not just about cars, it's a lot more. This is the #1 electrical bus manufacturer in the world. They're providing buses to most of the places, most of the cities in the world, but also utility cars, airport transport, cargo, whatever you need, they have these utility vehicles. So it's not just cars. This is anything you can imagine. And so it's electrical vehicles, they have solar panels, they're really an energy company. And that's the big difference. Although Tesla wants to become an energy company, it's still a small portion of their revenue, but for BYD it's huge, and so this is what it's all about. BYD also built a lithium iron phosphate battery, which is very unique technology. And it is said that Tesla is using the same type of battery. It's just that BYD brought that battery out to the market before Tesla did, so there's rumors that Tesla copied it. I don't know if that's true. Maybe they did it both in parallel. But the reality is that this is a market leader when it comes to the most important component of an EV, which is the battery. And I believe the opportunity for BYD is extreme, because they're building batteries from every size in the car. They have the top battery in the world, but on top of it they're building like container batteries. I mean the 40-foot containers type battery, to place in certain areas. Not many people know this, but BYD has a battery capacity in China to store power in Belgium for 10 years. I mean, this is what they have really in capacity now, with just all their cars and utility vehicles that are mobile. Connect that to the grid and that is a game changer. Now, the biggest challenges BYD has is just being in China. There's 400 competitors, electrical vehicle manufacturers, that all want to take a piece of the pie, and Tesla's still outselling all of them except one car that is a $5,000 car. But that's a very different range. But in the high end and in the mid-end, Tesla is actually outselling everyone. In 2021, Tesla presented to the capital market with beautiful figures that exceeded expectations. In 2021, its revenue was $53.823 billion, a year-on-year increase of 71%. Its net profit was $5.519 billion, a year-on-year increase of 665%. However, BYD is temporarily caught in the embarrassment of increasing revenue without increasing profits. In 2021, BYD Q3 revenue was 54.307 billion yuan, a year-on-year increase of 22%, and net profit was 1.27 billion yuan, a year-on-year decrease of 27.5%. However, the growth revealed by BYD's key indicators is also very good. 2021 Q3 net cash flow from operating activities increased by 22.2 billion yuan, increased investment by 9.37 billion yuan, cash and equivalents increased by 11.5 billion yuan, cash and cash equivalents increased by nearly 14.4 billion yuan. Inventory increased by 1 billion yuan, and investment in construction in progress increased by nearly 3.5 billion yuan. All of the above indicate that BYD is in the cycle of capacity expansion, and it has a good cash flow. However, BYD needs to prove its profitability to the capital market through the strong growth of revenue in the automotive sector to support its high valuation. All in all, with the expansion of BYD's auto products, BYD and Tesla will have more head-to-head confrontations. With BYD's efforts in intelligent driving, high-end chip research and development, and exploration of new travel business models, the two companies will inevitably be closely intertwined together. In the future, Wang Chuanfu and Musk may also encounter in the fields of power battery, energy acquisition/storage, photovoltaic, rail transit, electronics, chip semiconductor, and other fields. The imagination space for new energy production transmission utilization of closed loop is also very large enough. However, the examples of BYD and Tesla tell us that this is not a winner-takes-all game. In a battlefield filled with gunpowder smoke, it is most important to defeat yourself at first. So, the last question, in the battle between BYD and Tesla, who are you more optimistic about? Okay, that's all for today. Your likes and views are the encouragement that we can move on more videos in the future. Please put your comments below and share your insightful ideas with other people. We would appreciate it if you subscribed our channel and gave us a thumb. Goodbye.